play that back because, I mean, right off the bat, the bats, the rhythm is just, the tone is set.
It's showtime, folks.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg, and I'm doing tracks of the day, songs that I've recently discovered over the last several months and absolutely fell in love with. So I definitely cannot say that these are first reactions. This is not going to be a first reaction of this song, but I think that even though I've gone to the song now several times, it's still sort of newish to me. So it's kind of like, in a way, a reaction, right? I mean, actually, there's songs that I've listened to for years, and I put the headphones on and I sit back, close my eyes, and I'm like, wait a minute, that bass line? Why did I never hear that before? So there's always something that you can discover in a song, even after years and years of listening to it. So I don't have that luxury with Simpletons, the song by the Bats. Again, this is kind of only in the last few months. But really, I don't know if I fell in love with it right away. It was interesting. I got to tell you, the Bats are a very interesting group, because it's a group where over the last couple of years in doing this channel, I'm always searching. So I got the algorithms going on in Spotify and definitely in YouTube. And the Bats have come up. And there's some songs I'm like, oh, that sounds really interesting. And I think I'm going to put it in the queue, and then I don't. And this one, upon first listening, I didn't say, oh my God, this has to go on. But it stuck with me. And I'm glad I stuck with it, because I love this song. I love it. So yeah, I'm raising the bar really high, especially for those of you who do not know the song yet. So I will now pull it back.
I'm gonna play that back because, I mean, right off the bat, the bats, the rhythm is just, the tone is set, huh? And it's just, and those guitars, that little guitar that comes right out in the beginning. I'm gonna point when I hear it. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Simpletons cross my path. I don't notice anymore. They can laugh at me. I don't hear them anymore. The writers send me words. I don't read them anymore. I will wait for you until the day. Yes, I will wait for you, if I may.
I love how the lightness of the rhythm, of how the instruments are being played. It's just an overall lightness, right? Um, there's nothing that's crashing in, even the drums, right? I mean, you got the thrush that's kind of, I guess, being used, and it's just lifting the song, and at the same time, it's lifting me, lifting my soul, lifting my spirit. I love this. I'll play it back a little bit, and I'll try to shut up the rest of the way. I love the song.
Until the day. Yes, I will wait for you, if I may.
I think it's the woman's background vocals too. Or maybe she's just, singing with the guy, right? Maybe she's not taking the back seat, but her vocals, it's going with the music, lifting. All right, I lied. Sorry. I'll try to shut up the rest of the way.
The day's a long, long time for you. And it will all be fine for you. Tigers and dragons fight. I don't fear them anymore. Apples and oranges, I can't taste them like before. Simple things again, I don't feel them anymore. I will wait for you until the day. Yes, I will wait for you if I may. A day's a long, long time for you. And it will all be fine for you.
I'm going to bring that back because that's what that's what took me um, when I first heard the song. Because I remember like going with the rhythm and loving the vibe, and it was just a feel good song. And again, the lightness and the whole thing, and then that guitar came in, and although it's not shredding or doing anything like that, it's still a disruption, because it's bucking up against what the song had been up until that moment, and it just disrupted. But it was beautiful. It was, it was, it fit. It worked. It made sense.
It will all be fine for you.
Love that distortion, huh? A little bit.
I think that's the first time that I've ever tried to pressure my audience to like a song. On the other side, I'm like, I hope you like it. Yeah, I mean, it just goes to my excitement about the song. But again, as I said before, this was not a like knock me over. Oh my God, I love it for the first time, but it was it was a grower, It definitely grew on me and I love it. It just As I said during the recording of the song, I love the pace. I love the rhythm guitar. I mean, it just sets the pace. And it's not like a raucous kind of frenzied and like that. No, no, but it's got such a beautiful pace. It moves for a song that is not in your face blaring, right? It definitely moves. And and then and so you have the rhythm guitar that is just kind of just propelling it, right, and moving it through, and then you got this lead guitar that is helping the rhythm along and accentuating some of those higher notes, kind of like a strum here and a strum there, until the end where the solo comes in, and it's not shredding, it's not anything like it, but you got this sort of reverberating, distorted type of sound to the guitar. At first, when it first came in, I thought it was a harmonica, but then I quickly realized no. And I love that guitar piece. It's so beautiful. And it really is sort of a fitting end to the song. It sort of caps it off really nicely. Because I think I probably would have liked the song even if you didn't have that little solo at the end. But it's such a nice, neat sound. And then you got this thing that kind of like doesn't go too crazy, but it sort of like hooks into it and it brings it over the line. And it sort of just puts the cap. It's the icing on the cake. And what's interesting too is the lyrics. I mean, the vocals. So the lyrics we'll get into, and I pulled them up, and they're interesting. But the vocals are really, you got this man and woman, and might be a nice time to get into the band. But the Bats have been around for a long time, 1982 through 95, and then they took a break, and then 2005 to current day time. And you have Paul Keane, Malcolm Grant, Robert Scott, and Kay Woodward. So Kay is probably one of the vocals. I think you hear the guy's voice a little bit more, and she's more in the background. Um, I don't know though, maybe it's they kind of trade, because she's definitely, you hear her voice, and it's a beautiful, the harmonizing. I mean, just the mix of their vocals, it's so attractive, like almost like a folk sound. Let me get into the lyrics because they are interesting there. Simpletons cross my path. I don't know this anymore. Looking after me. I don't hear them anymore. Looking after me. So simpletons cross my path. I don't notice anymore. Looking after me. So was there a time where he felt like maybe simpletons? I mean, that's kind of sarcastic. It's like you're a simpleton. You don't think as deep as I do. Your life is just too simple, not as complicated as my life or the way I look at life or whatever. You just look at things in a simplistic way. It's almost an insult. So simpletons cross my path. So maybe there's a time where he knew this, but now he doesn't know because now he's not caring about them. He's caring about himself. So he's looking after himself. I don't hear them anymore. The writer send the words, I don't read them anymore. I will wait for you until the day. Yes, I will wait for you if I may. But the writer send the words, if you're a simpleton and you're an author, you're kind of like looking at life in a real sort of interesting, deep way, differently than simpletons. So if he doesn't read them anymore, is he talking about books? And I say that because of the next verse here. And I think I'm actually jumping ahead. He says, the writer send the words, I don't read them anymore. I will wait for you until the day. Yes, I will wait for you if I may. So that you, who is that you? The days are longer time for you, and it will all be fine for you. Giants and dragons fight. So I'm thinking like maybe where he said the writer send the words, I don't read them anymore. Giants and dragons, think about novels, think about maybe Giants and Dragons in a novel. I don't feel them anymore. Apples and oranges, I can't taste them like before. The simple things again, I don't feel them anymore. I will wait for you until the day. Yes, I will wait for you if I may. The day's a longer time for you, and it will all be fine for you. Yeah, I guess I'm a simpleton because I'm not really totally understanding what the writer is trying to get at here. It's very abstract, and I hate that. It's really weird. It's like the music kind of deceives me on that because it's almost a simpleton kind of sound, you know? It's not that complex. I mean, and that's not a knock against the song, but it's just kind of a straightforward sort of melody and rhythm and beginning to end, and it's sort of all nice and packaged, and it's really a nice package, right? Absolutely, but it's not the most deep sort of challenge when it comes to the music, but the lyrics are a little deep. So if you actually have a good understanding about the song, about what the lyrics are saying, please put that in the comments. I do want to know. And in the meantime, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see all of you on the next episode of Into the Music.